Welcome back to the second episode of John's Van. Today, I'm joined by a special guest.
CJ Cole Felipe. I'm a professional at being an elementary school teacher.
And I'm a professional high school student. And today, we're going to be talking about a project that I've been working on for a little while now. And basically, it's all about how the military has influenced Hollywood and how Hollywood advertising and movies has influenced the youth of America to join or support the military throughout U.S. history. This topic is very close to me because, as you know, I'm joining the U.S. Navy. Once I graduate, I'm going to do Navy ROTC at the University of Boulder in Colorado, where I'll commission as an officer, go to flight school, and want to fly for the Navy. And the whole reason any of this started was because way back in the day, when I was about yay high, I saw a little movie called Top Gun Maverick, the second one. My parents took me to the theaters to see it, and I thought it was really cool. I saw that movie, and I went home, and before that, I never thought I would join the military. I thought that would just be like something stupid that only people that wanted to die would do. But I saw it, and it started to get me thinking about it. But it wasn't like right away I was just like, I'm going to join the military. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah. I was still cautious about it, and I did the research. And I looked up how to do what I wanted to do. You know, you had to be an officer, you had to get a college education, and I was looking at the academies and NRTC scholarships and all these other things and routes. And I looked into it, and I realized that it was exactly what I wanted to do. Because I did the research, and, you know, flying off aircraft carriers in the middle of the ocean, 6 months at a time, might sound like hell to other people, but to me, that's exactly what I want to do with my life. And I couldn't imagine myself doing anything other than that. And that might be different for other people, you know? Mm-hmm. Other people just see a movie about the military and think, let's go do it. And they go and they enlist at their office, and the next thing you know, they're in boot camp, and they're having the worst time of their life. And they're regretting their decisions, and they're wishing that they hadn't done that because it was more of an in-moment decision, and they let their emotions make the decision rather than just looking at the facts and knowing what's right for them. I know that for me, I'm doing all of this because I saw a movie way back in the day, and that's what got it started. But for you, you have different reasons for joining the military. Do you want to talk about that?
So, back when I was yay high, I was always stuck to my iPad, right? I was an iPad kid. And
you was an iPad kid, I can contest to that.
Yep, my mom, she figured out that if I was stuck to an iPad, I would have no problems. I would be basically stuck to it, she'd feed me, I'd eat, and yeah. From this, being on my iPad the whole time, I was stuck to YouTube. So all my ideas and all the stuff I want to do for my future came from YouTube. See, I loved watching like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and they like inspired me when I was a kid to be a YouTuber when I grew up. So I thought about it, and like I made my own account and started doing that with my brother. When I got up to like 8th grade, freshman year of high school, I realized that doing this every day is like nothing that I wanted to do. So talking with my parents, they told me about my uncles and my aunties who were in the military. Some were in the Navy, some were in the Army, but none of them were in the Air Force. So the Air Force piqued my interest because I heard about the Navy. Yeah, it sounds cool, being on an aircraft carrier ship or something. Army, it's just like, if you go to the military, usually people go to the Army. I don't want to be like the usual person. So Air Force, that's where all the smart people go. I like to say I'm a smart person myself, so I really wanted to go to the Air Force and do some engineering, because I love math. Now I'm starting to hate math, but I'm still loving math.
Shout out to Mr. Allred for making us hate math.
Allred.
We love you.
Mr. Allred.
Mr. Allred.
Rest in peace. Wait.
He's not dead, but he will be.
Alright.
But back to the subject at hand. So, you want to join the Air Force because you have family history in the military.
Yep.
wanted to be different and you have a big brain, according to yourself.
According to everyone.
According to yourself.
Everyone.
Yourself. And you think that the Air Force will give you better opportunities than the other branches, right?
Yep.
And you obviously did your research.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what you want to do and how you're going to get there.
Yep.
Which is what a lot of people don't do when they're making big decisions like that. And like I said before, the whole reason I want to talk about this is so that people know what they're getting into and they're not making a decision that they're going to want to regret. But if you do the research and you know that it's right for you, then that's great. Join the armed forces, you know, have a great life, do what you gotta do. It has so many opportunities too, you know, it can pay for college. It can open so many gateways for you as far as careers go. Like if you want to be a civil engineer and you're the owner of a civil engineering company and you have to choose between hiring a civil engineer that served in the Navy as a civil engineer or some kid fresh out of college that has the degree. Obviously, you're going to pick the guy with the most experience.
I think the big problem with all of these like inspirations is commitment. See, a lot of kids are like, oh, I want to be like this. I want to be an actor. I want to be a comedian. I want to be an engineer. Whatever they want to do. But the problem with them is they aren't committed to what they want to do, and that kind of brings the topic back to like society where if you want to be like an actor, you have to go through all these steps that most people won't want to do, and that kind of breaks all the commitment they want to do and the determination because it's a lot for them to do, and it just brings them back to like the normal like office paying job where they just get paid and they just have to live a life where they just get, you know, minimum wage, live in a house by themselves, not doing the stuff they love because they're just not committed enough. See, with people, they need to understand that commitment and determination is a big thing in their life, and just pushing through all the hardships that they will come across in their life will bring them to a bigger goal. Like taking steps at a time. But they don't see that, and they just kind of fall into like, you know, failing every single time. Even though failure is a good thing, they don't see it as a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like joining the armed forces is not for the faint-hearted. You can't just expect that with like no backbone and no commitment from past experiences in your life that you're just going to breeze through boot camp and you're just going to get the exact job you want. In the military, if you make it through boot camp and you fill out your wish list and your dream sheet of what you want to do and the jobs you want to do, they're only going to pick you for what you want to do if you're showing that you're committed and you can do it. If you're doing the bare minimum and everything and you're like kind of iffy about everything, you're not going to get the job you want. And if you don't get the job you want, then you're not going to stay in the military, and it's all the last 6 months would have been for nothing. But that all roots back to how movies throughout the years have influenced kids to join the military. Like all the way back in World War II, when Pearl Harbor was bombed, that was broadcasted all over the news, and they did that on purpose so that all the young boys and women would sign up and they would go and they join the Navy or the Army or whatever because it was televised. If none of it was put on TV and they had only like heard about it maybe in the newspaper, sure, a lot of people would have joined, but it would have been a lot different. And that's been happening since TV and television was invented, you know. To loop it all back to the beginning, we just want everybody that is considering joining the military to do your research and know what you're getting into and know if it's right for you, like how it's right for me and CJ here. Because if you don't do the research and you just jump in head first, you might hit your head, you know?
You might hit rock bottom.
You might hit rock bottom. And that's another big leading cause of suicide in the military, is because people get into there and they get so depressed because they get a job they didn't want, or they have to dig trenches, and because they thought they were going to do something else because they didn't do the research and they didn't know what they were getting into. I think that'll be where we'll leave this episode here in John's van. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you down the road.